Gentlemen, we are live.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone, to the Divekick Esports Hour. I believe it's number 10. I believe,
Sure, whatever.
Maybe. Double digits, that's a feat.
Did you see all the new character clues we put online?
Yeah.
I misnumbered those pathetically as well.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like Tampa Bison's 1,000 Ways of the Online Scroll.
Right, they're just random numbers at this point.
So, first, a little preamble. If you came here hoping we might mention something about Killer Instinct, you're in the wrong place. In fact, if you ask anything about Killer Instinct in chat, we will reverse IP trace you and send drones to nuke your house. This is the Divekick Esports Hour. We will not be talking about Killer Instinct. So there. And that is the we will never speak of this, well, again today, let's say.
Not never, yeah, but
Yeah,
never,
again,
never today.
Never on the stream again will it be mentioned.
Never on
more.
today's stream again.
That's the Iron Galaxy promise.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone. So AE is out, Adam,
Yeah, it is.
except for the Vita.
No, that's out.
Vita's
It
out
came
now
out
too?
later that same day, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Vita's out everywhere, worldwide. Worldwide.
Well, the Vita's been out. You mean Divekick, right?
Divekick.
Getting old is hard, I know.
It's it's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
You've got Edition. You've got all these other projects. There's only so
Right.
much space in my. What does Nintendo call it? They call it the digital locker.
Yeah.
Mine's like what's the opposite of digital?
Analog.
Not that though. That sounds too cool.
It's an analog locker.
All right, it's an analog locker. This
So,
is my brain.
I have a question.
Go for it.
How long into the show are we going to go before we introduce...
Oh, of course. Let's do introductions. We'll go from right to left.
Sure.
On the
Wait,
right,
which right? Who's right? The
my
TV's
right.
right?
My right.
You're first?
It's always the host prerogative.
Is it?
Yes. So on my
selfish.
extreme right is Ramon Franco,
Hi.
aka Crazier on Twitter. He did the netcode for Divekick, among other things.
When people are saying Iron Galaxy are the netcode gods, what they mean is this guy. This guy's the netcode god.
Well, Ramon, who wrote the first ever netcode in the engine? Who wrote that ever? Who did the foundation for all the work you've built upon? Who wrote that code?
I don't think anyone was here before me. I think I was the first one.
This guy.
He's the original man.
I
This
don't know.
guy right here wrote it. You
Dave,
wrote-
RVD right there.
when's the last code you wrote?
let's not get into the last code. But yeah, so you're welcome, Internet. Next to Ramon is the Internet's Adam Hart, aka the Keats.
Hello. I'm asking you to hold that L today. I don't know if that means anything to anyone out there, but...
You should, when in doubt, hold that L.
Right.
Well, actually, when in doubt, ghost ride the whip.
Yes, okay.
But secondary to that is hold that L.
Right.
And I am Dave Lang, the Internet's Joseph J. Brony. And
Big MLP fan.
who doesn't love MLP?
Yeah.
My favorite pony is pork chop applesauce. I just said that wrong. Pork
No, you
chop
had it right.
applesauce.
Yeah.
I use his garage, and I'm also unmutable.
Yeah.
I've learned new things about myself.
Yeah.
Well, I think is that enough time to let people stream in here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. So today, if you're here, you probably know what we're talking about. We got two things to discuss. We rolled AE out last week, edition for those who don't know. And so we're going to talk about that. We opened up a topic in the forums. Some people kind of put their thoughts in. When we get through that, we'll maybe hit Twitch chat for some questions. Just talk about initial impressions, questions you made about why we did certain things the way we did them or whatever. And then once we get through that, we'll talk about PAX East a little bit. Turns out we're going to PAX East, the world's worst kept secret.
All right.
We'll be showing off Edition Plus.
Wait, what?
Edition Plus.
Really?
That's right. And so that is the PS4 and Xbox One versions.
Okay, all right.
And part of that is showing off a new character, gentlemen. So brand new character. If you don't have a PS4 or an Xbox One, don't fret. All this content, this cool stuff we're talking, will be patched into the PS3, the Vita, and the Steam version on or about launch of the PS4 and the Xbox One version. So
Yeah.
even if you don't have the new hotness yet, don't fret. It'll still be coming to a gaming system near you really soon.
And it's awesome. So we're going to show you that new
The new
character,
character's
but
amazing.
first...
The character's amazing. I don't want to toot our own horn here, but holy crap.
So what you're saying, and I'm just going to put this out there, the new character is not a clone of any existing character in the game.
No.
Interesting.
No. New character is 100% new assets. And if people's brains don't melt,
Yeah.
then we didn't do our job.
So anyone who guessed Evil Dive, you're off. You're off the
Yeah,
list. You failed.
Get bent, son. You think we'd mail it in with some kind of clone character?
No.
Is that what you think?
No.
You don't know us at all,
It's not
Internet.
the Iron Galaxy way.
Come on now. We'll mail it in, just not like that. Refreshing Coca-Cola product.
In your I love Canadian Tires mug.
Oh, this is a little shiny today. I got too many lights hitting it. I'll have to fix that for next time. The Canadian Tire Association paid top dollar for this placement.
Yeah?
We'll have to fix that.
By top dollar, do you mean they had a stack of bills and they took the top one off and handed it to you?
Let's not get into details. All right, well, let's get into AE feedback. You guys just want to start playing and we'll kick it?
All right.
Old-timey goodness.
We'll play. Want to hit the random select?
Sure.
All right.
So a lot of, not just on the forums, but I guess one of the first things we should address is just some of the, people, Baz players, for example. Let's just reiterate.
Air quotes around players.
Well, let's, I think we've seen some legit Baz players, like Gunther, for example. Shout outs to Gunther. He showed the world what Baz can do.
Yes, he did.
But I think we should talk about, just kind of refresh why we did what we did to Baz and S-Kill.
Yeah, so we actually went out and talked to our community. We surveyed the players. We said, hey guys, why aren't you playing anymore? And about 90 to 95% of people either said their only reason was the Baz or one of their reasons was the Baz. Oh, so we got rid of them.
I think part of it for me too is both Divekick and S-Kill, while cool and novel, they kind of broke the Divekick promise, right? Like the Divekick promise is this button jumps, this button does a kick. Right, and I get why we did what we did at the time.
Yeah.
But that was probably getting a little too tricky for our own good.
Yeah, I agree.
And now, oh, by the way, they're also more fun to play. So I get, if you're an OG Baz player, you loved the old Baz. I get you're disappointed, but it's for the greater good. So take it like a man or woman, depending on how you.
Oh, come on.
Oh man, get bopped.
It's the worst. I can't catch up to him.
What do you mean you can't catch up to me?
Can't get up to you.
So there's that.
Shoot.
I'm just gonna. So, Backward Cap has a bunch of easy to digest questions.
Yeah, those were great.
So we'll go kind of run through these, the ones I deem interesting. Who would win in a fight? Let's take this literally, right? Let's not take this as in Divekick. Let's take this question as if they bump into each other on the street. Okay? Who would win in a fight?
No.
The Baz or New Baz?
The Baz.
The Baz?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because he's cheap as hell?
That dude has access to Thunderbutt and all kinds of different butt. And he's evil and wrong. Everything that's wrong with the world.
Thunderbutt's pretty legit.
Thunderbutt, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you letting me swing like this?
If
Here we go, I got this.
Okay, if S-Kill wasn't your final boss,
Yes,
who would it be?
the Baz.
The Baz. Why is that?
Because he's a boss in another game and it seems right.
What game is he a boss in?
He's a hidden boss in Shovel Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, not so hidden. It's not hidden when you announce via press release that your hidden boss is a certain character.
But there you go.
Yeah. If by hidden they mean you don't fight him in normal gameplay, then sure. But yeah, the Baz, he's out there. He's prolific. He's well known. He's incredibly well dressed, I would say.
So here's a question. This is one I've wondered myself several times. At his current rate of money collection, how long will it take Sensei to fund the dojo?
46 years.
How old is he now?
I think I had him in his late 40s. I think he's like 48.
And he's a smoker. So
Yeah.
he's not going to see. He's probably not going to live to
make it.
see that day. That's a bummer. Who are the top players at Iron Galaxy at the moment? I'd say it's probably you and QA.
They want to know the top players of each character, right?
top players of each character. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the best redacted is me. The best Kung is me. The best stream is me. The best dive is me, wouldn't you say?
Come on now.
What? Oh my god, he builds meter too fast. I need to nerf this character. He's out of hand.
Who do Isaac and Brandon play?
Isaac plays Kenny. Brandon plays Kick, and Brandon is very attached to the new character.
Yeah. What's he like about him so much?
Everything. He has no complaints. He's extremely happy.
Would you say Isaac's Kenny is legit or is it fraudulent?
Isaac's Kenny's pretty good.
Is it is it tournament level Kenny? Like, is it like, you know how I've got a competition dive and a competition shoals?
Yeah, I think it is.
Does he have a competition level? Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
How many? I'm going to change this question a little bit.
Sure.
How many Uncle Sensei quotes are there, and how many new quotes do we add in as part of it?
We added somewhere between 150 and 180. I know some of them got cut last minute for, you know, concerns, various concerns. But, oh, what are you doing? There are about 530 in the game.
What is your absolute favorite?
My absolute favorite one, I don't know. Wow. I have no idea.
Bad.
There's too many.
Ramon, what's your favorite one?
My favorite Sensei quote?
Yes.
I can't think of it right now.
You guys are really on the ball today. Good job.
It's hard to do this while you play.
I suppose so.
It's
Also,
really
I'm
hard.
getting frauded. I can't.
It's hard to make people look this free with a terrible character.
Yeah.
While I answer your
you
question.
just got bopped by Jafeli?
Yeah.
Ramon,
I
come
can't
on
figure
now.
out stream, dude.
Okay, so here's a comment from Mike is my Ike. He'd like to know about plinking and why we can no longer plink, dive to perform a faster kickback kick compared to kick. Presumably this is
everything
with,
we intended to change was on the change list. If something related to that changed, it was inadvertent. I don't know why it changed. I don't know who changed it.
I've never noticed it.
I haven't either. I'll get to the bottom of it and then probably not do anything to fix it.
Let's test it right
That's
here.
the Iron Galaxy.
Let's test it right here.
promise. All right, we could.
Let's see if it's in here.
Well, it's hard with these characters.
Stream can do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, stream still seems to work. I can still go nuts like this. Whoa.
So also some general consensus in here that Kung is OP, or not Kung is. A lot of new players are playing Kung, whereas before maybe
Kung's
they weren't.
great.
Why do you think people are picking up Kung now when before maybe they weren't playing Kung as a main?
I feel like the meter gain that Kung has now, the fact that she builds meter faster, makes it feel like you can have more fun with her. I think a lot of the characters just didn't feel as fun as some of the stronger characters because they didn't have access to their tools as often.
How do you feel mini monster missiles now that people have kind of seen them and it's out there? How do you feel? Because like that was a point of contention when we were kind of working on it.
Right.
Like, is this too crazy? Now that you've seen it in the wild, like this very much, like you feel this is OP? Do you feel this is still like? What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's totally fine. He has to earn it. It's not super easy to earn it. He has tools to spend meter on that he'll want to spend meter on to keep himself alive and to actually play the game.
So basically, if you're concerned for the monster missiles, your number one priority should be don't let them build meter.
Right, don't let him build meter.
Yeah.
Most of the characters deal with the monster missiles pretty well. There's a couple characters that it is pretty good against, the lower jump characters, Kung and Markman. But it's not insurmountable by any means. Whoa!
Oh, come on.
Your new Baz is really bad.
Yeah, well,
Question from Insomniac. Wow, Ramon, have you won a single point yet?
Oh, yeah.
no. No, I won a point in this one.
Oh my God.
In this one I did.
Hold on a minute.
Got it. I haven't played it in a while.
Ramon. Wow.
It's a preemptive shirt choice
Wow.
this morning. I chose this shirt knowing that I would dominate Ramon today.
Insomniac,
On a live broadcast.
the self-proclaimed greatest vanilla Markman player,
Okay.
has a question.
All right, okay.
So I guess this is, we kind of already addressed this, but he asked, were the change lists, was everything documented in the change list? And like Adam said,
Right.
to the best of our knowledge, yes. But if there's something in there that you, like if you detect a change that is not in there, post it on the forums, let us know about it via Twitter, because that very well may just be a bug.
Right.
And like Adam said, we'll probably just tell you to hold that L, but it would be good to know that we got that we put new bugs in. This is more of a question on game design. Do you feel with the current balance that every character, Jafeli aside, matches up evenly against the rest of the cast?
No.
If not, do you feel that bad matchups are just inherent to fighters and the counter picking is just a natural consequence?
Yeah, bad matchups aren't inherent. Ooh, they're not inherent to fighters. They're inherent to fighters with different characters, right? If you have different characters, you're guaranteed to have good and bad matchups, just because the characters are different and they have to interact. If you want everything to be the same and not have to deal with bad matchups, then you just need to make Karate Champ and have identical characters all over the place. And I know a lot of people, like when
Like, I
Divekick
guess
was
what you're
announced,
saying,
they thought
though-
Dive and Kick were the same character.
What you're fundamentally saying though
Right.
is that like you don't even want that,
Right.
right? It's not that it's impossible. Like it is impossible, but
Yeah.
above and beyond that, as a game designer, you don't even want that.
I do want balance, but it's a secondary concern under fun. Everything has to be fun first. And if it's fun, then I start pushing everything, for compression and balance. But instead of pushing towards the middle, right, I like to push towards the top. So we look at the top characters, the ones that weren't making people quit in this game, and we try to shove everybody that direction, make everybody as good as Divekick, and maybe knock Markman down a tiny bit, and then just push everybody else up to the top. And that just adds a lot more fun and flavor to the game. You have more character choices now. The way the characters interact has a lot more depth. Just a lot more options, right?
Right.
It's weird to say you have so many more options in a two-button game, but you really do. We've really opened the door with letting a lot of people cancel their moves into kicks and giving them more meter to play with and weakening kick factor, so you have more of a legitimate choice between special moves and kick factor instead of always going for kick factor because it was just supremely better.
Here's one comment from Capiconian, who actually I think is a pretty good player. That's why I've kind of found this comment surprising. Meter gem is viable now.
Yeah.
I didn't think it wasn't like.
It was definitely viable before.
Do you feel like it got supremely buffed by the changes you made, or like I guess what do you think inspired that comment?
So it's like a double buff for that thing. Not only did it get better itself, but oh crap! Sorry. Not only did it get better itself, but some characters build meter faster than they used to by default, which means that percentage increase actually gives them even more than before. Ouch. Okay. So yeah, a character like Kung picked meter gem before, and she got the 10% bonus. Now she builds, 20% more meter normally, and she picks that gem. She's building 15% more on top of the 20% more she's already building, and it's just, the effect is a lot more noticeable and dramatic. Instead of 8 kicks in order to earn a free full chunk of meter, it's more like 5 or 6 kicks for her.
Right. Okay.
So do 5 or 6 kicks, get 1 kick for free, essentially.
So we'll probably throw it over to Twitch chat for some questions here in a minute, but let's talk about SCR for a second before we do that.
All right.
So let's cleanse the AE palette with some old vanilla talk. So let's recap. So top 3 it ended up being Adelheid, right?
Yep.
Playing S-Kill. Then Parry the Lightning.
Yep.
Baz player, really good player. And
Parry Lightning's the S-Kill player as well.
S-Kill, yeah, sorry.
Adelheid got second, right?
Yeah.
Parry got third, and Adelheid
Parry got third,
second.
Adelheid got second. And then Gunther got first.
Gunther proved me right.
Yeah.
By getting first.
Yeah, because he was debating with you on the forums that he said Baz is
Baz is a terrible character. Baz can't win. And he had only played online, and he did kind of say that a lot of his misconceptions were based on that kind of 2-frame of GGPO delay and the way the things look visually. He agreed after playing at SCR that it was a lot easier to manipulate people with Baz in person.
Yeah.
And I think he started to see a lot of the stuff I saw a couple months ago that really scared me. People would ask me at events like, "Oh, are you scared of any of the characters?" Nope.
Yeah.
But really, I'm terrified of the Baz, and fighting him just wasn't fun or interesting. Yeah. I screwed up.
It's gonna happen.
He's still scary.
What can you do? Yeah, he is still scary.
Yeah,
The new Baz?
Yeah.
Mighty swing.
Yeah.
No. But,
He's still scary. He just takes more now.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people who don't understand how much respect he controls of the screen. When he puts the rope out all the way, he's going to swing really fast. And you have to move back or jump up or you're going to get hit. And he might let go and just manipulate you and take the space. Yeah. Or he might swing through and try and kill you. And you only have to swing through once in a while to let your opponent know, wake up DP style, that you're willing.
So you mentioned that Gunther played mostly online. He plays, I think Parry's the same way. I think they play a lot in those Steam weekly tournaments that they do.
Those are great.
And those are really cool.
If you guys aren't playing in those, you're messing up.
Yeah, because that's basically like the one place before, well, hopefully AE will kind of address this to some degree, but it was the place where Divekick still lived online. That was nice, by the way, Ramon.
Jesus
so they do this weekly tournament. There's a specific Steam group for it.
Yeah, the dive kickers, I think.
And once, I don't think it's the dive kickers. I think there's another group, right?
Ooh, maybe.
Well, maybe we'll post the name of it to the Twitter after the show. But basically, one thing we're going to start doing is part of the weekly tournament. Once AE Plus drops, so once the PS4 and the Xbox One version come out, they're going to keep doing their weekly tournaments on the same balance on Steam.
Yeah.
And we're going to start supporting the tournament. It's basically, as long as people show up to the tournament and it's got a healthy turnout, we're going to kick in some prizes.
That's going to be great.
Either some cash or some signed posters or plushies or whatever it is.
Yeah, definitely.
So as long as people are playing online, we're going to keep supporting that tournament and kind of, helping keep the community alive from their side. Speaking of that, I guess let's just get into the other thing too. The other AE Plus thing.
Sure.
How we're going to keep? You want to do that now, or you want to save that for later? how we're going to keep the community
Are
alive.
we doing the trailer at the end?
Trailer at the very end, then we're going dark.
We should talk after that and then talk about this.
Okay.
Yeah? People have a couple questions.
Changing the show format, gentlemen.
People have a couple
Production
questions.
crew. Yeah, but we don't want to. We want to leave them hanging, don't we?
We want
to be super cruel.
We'll be choice about which questions.
All right, we'll
we
save
answer.
this for later. So now I'm going to go to
this is
Twitch
good
chat.
stuff.
Twitch chat, let me have it. Remember, any questions about that
Looks like
other
mostly
game?
they're saying that Ramon is free.
Ramon is super free.
Yeah,
Ramon is mad free.
I am.
Okay.
No, wrong choice.
What?
Is Divekick going
Always.
to Evo?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. We did a booth last year. We ran our own tournament last year. I think it's pretty obvious we're not going to be an official game at Evo this year. But we might go again. We might that was really fun. It's super expensive to do and kind of hard to cost justify. But I think if there's any reason to go, we'll go because we love Evo, we love the game, and we'd love to see it thrive there as well. Nice fast fall, by the way, right in the DQ.
Ramon's number one.
You don't know what I'm doing. It's a trick. Oh my god.
If we were to play Divekick AE at Evo, what console would it be played on? AE Plus?
PS3 probably.
Yeah, I think we'd probably still play on PS3.
Yeah.
I would think. Cause
I would think so too.
Yeah. But I think that's open to debate. But yeah, that's what we're currently thinking.
Yeah. We did an official tournament at SCR. We had a almost full 64-man bracket. We were pretty close to full on that one. That went really, really well, despite the Baz, running the train on everybody, which was a little bit unfortunate. UFGT is coming up. NCR is coming up first.
Oh yeah, so I guess let's talk about the tournaments we are. Right?
I don't know how registration's going at NCR, but we had a great turnout there last year.
Yeah.
At UFGT, registration for Divekick is crazy.
Yeah,
It's
CEO looks
crazy.
really good too.
Yeah. You got like Mystery Game up here, Street Fighter here, and then Marvel, Divekick, and Blaze Blue are like right here, all touching each other within 1 person of each other.
Nice.
So that's really awesome. And there's a pot bonus at all of these events that we're going to,
Yeah.
$500.
You're welcome, by the way.
We're going to be at Civil War.
Yes.
That's a free tournament with a $500 prize pot.
That's this weekend, right?
Yeah? What? No, I think, it's either this weekend or next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really soon.
So that'll be cool.
And
yeah,
then
so
CEO.
CEO. Still, so we got all these major tournaments we're going to. Still unknown about Evo. Really want to be there, but we'll see how it goes. I guess we got some time to make up our minds on that. What else do we got? Why isn't this Windjammers? People want to know.
Should I bring my Windjammers trophy from home next time?
I think you should.
Yeah,
Why don't you talk about your elite windjamming skill?
Yeah, I have good windjamming skills. I
but
know
how do
to
you
throw
know
the
that? Like,
disc.
what's
I
the
know how to
proof?
catch it. Well, you have to play as G. Scott. You know what G stands for?
No.
Gary. His name's Gary Scott. He's from America, and he has muscles. Lots of them.
Oh, come on.
I don't have to do anything fancy. Yeah, if you play Windjammers, you're probably smiling. But we're not making a new Windjammers.
Yes, we're currently not making a new Windjammers.
We never were currently, ever.
We never were.
And we never are or will be.
Well, never say never. Never's a long time.
Shoot.
Currently, there's no plans for us to make a Windjammers. I can
Right.
safely say that.
Yeah.
Oh, here's someone. This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's not so much a question as it is a statement, but
Okay.
it makes me question their sanity.
Okay.
Tom Carbone is my hero.
That's pretty dumb. Was it Tom Carbone typing that?
No, I don't think Tom is smart enough to know how to make a Twitch account. So, I think he'd get hung up on the email verification. Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Wow, Ramon, you're free.
Oh, man.
Why are you guys 20 times better than Capcom?
Ooh.
That's...
I'm not comfortable answering that.
I'm not, I don't want to even acknowledge that with a response. You might be curious why I gave the question air then, but strange, very strange.
Oh my god, I ran back into it.
Well, you would have got hit either way.
So people want a hint for, people are, okay.
You want a hint for the new character?
Let's give him a hint for the
I
new
put
character.
9 hints
Let's
on
give him another
Twitter.
one. Let's give him another banger.
All right, go
Let's
for
think,
it.
So let's think about
Have you
this.
read all the old hints?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really super helpful.
Yeah, they're great. This character is not a robot. And
this-
likes music.
This character speaks English.
True. Yeah. Accurate. You know what? Since we're so close to character reveal, we can reveal the character's gender. I think that's okay. We can do that.
Same time.
3,
One,
2,
two, three.
1.
Female.
Shoot.
God damn it. I think we might have screwed this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's male.
It's male.
Yeah.
All the way male.
Ice blue.
Can this be played on DDR pads? I don't see why not. Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what you're
tried.
planning?
For what?
You know, with the...
Oh, yeah, we've got, so this is not, we always talk about stuff we're guaranteeing to do. Here's something we almost certainly won't do. But I'm going to talk about it anyway because I think it'd be hilarious. So for the PS4 and Xbox One versions, both of those, as you know, because you're dialed in internet, have integrated camera support. Xbox One, of course, comes with the Kinect. A lot of people I know that PS4 have the camera. So we're going to put a visual mode in where you actually jump and kick.
It's called Let's Get Physical mode.
It's called Let's Get Physical, a.k.a. the dive kick your way to health mode. That's what I call it. I'm still workshopping.
That was my chest.
No, man.
You got boxed.
Don't throw yourself in the corner immediately.
So you have to jump in the air. Before you land, you have to do a kick.
Yes.
Jump.
If you want to do a kick.
Should I demonstrate?
Yeah, well, can we flip over to the big camera real quick,
Hold
guys?
on. Let me finish bodying this fool. All right. So, I can't because I'm mic'd.
Wow.
Okay, here, give me this.
Oh boy.
All right, so you're hello. So you're looking at your game camera and you're just like, right? But you got to kick too, so you got to do that, and that's how you play. And it feels really good.
How do you back kick when you're on the ground?
I don't know. That's a unsolved mystery.
How do you perform a special?
You go like this, and you make sure that you have a friend standing next to you, so you hit them right in the face.
Yeah, you have to hit them in the face to activate the special.
Yeah, we have heat sensors, so when you hit somebody, the heat lights up.
We actually look for the reaction on their face, and if we don't detect pain,
right, then we don't give you
no
the
special for you. None.
It's called Let's Get Physical mode.
Or AKA dive kick your way to health.
I don't like that one. That's a terrible name.
Well, whose company is it?
Touche.
Dive kick your way to health it is.
According to the internet, I run this company.
Yeah, well, you know. Internet says a lot. Oh, man, Ramon.
I'm not even
What
paying attention
happened to
at
you?
this point.
What happened to you?
You can only play one character. That's
Oh my
his problem.
God.
Man, I used to be able to play more. Just stop playing.
Everyone wants our money for the kick factor your way into our heart mode.
Kick factor your way. What was that? What is that?
It's a new mode I just made up.
Really?
Every time you get kick factor,
Yeah.
if you start singing a love song,
Oh.
the Kinect or the PS4 camera picks it up,
Okay.
and your meter doesn't drain as long as you're singing a love song.
I actually really like that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It doesn't care if you're on tune. It cares about effort.
That's really good.
And so as long as you're kicking it like, say, crooning to some Bing
Yeah.
Crosby or something, your kick factor doesn't drain.
And the best part is it's still only 2 buttons.
And it still works online. Like, that'll
Right.
work online.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're singing, you got a huge advantage. If you were to sing one love song, Ramon, what would it be?
Kissed by a Rose from Seal.
Kick
Yeah,
it.
we
Let's
can
hear
do
it
that
now.
together.
Let's simulate that kick factor your way into my heart mode. When you know, cause it's snowing, my eyes become alive and my
forget the words.
heart comes out
that's
my
fine.
chest.
Baby! Right?
So I think that's how it goes. Oh,
Come on.
wow, you're free. Why are you so free? Okay.
Yeah. You better get some items.
Yeah. I guess I should. Ha! Oh, God.
All right, well, it seems like we don't have a lot of legitimate AE questions. We have a lot of people trolling now.
People seem to like the game.
Yeah, people seem to like it. I'll take it. It's better than not.
Oh, jeez.
So let's wrap this matchup.
Okay.
Let's throw it to
Better not be the only one I lose.
the new character reveal, and then we'll talk about AE Plus stuff for a hot minute.
Okay. All right, okay.
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 You want to talk about AE Plus, Dave Lang? You go right ahead. Okay. Wow. So smart. Okay.
Free. Sorry about the one-sidedness of all that, guys.
You cheated.
So we're doing some trailers.
Yeah, now we're going to kick it.
I want to see the chat for this.
We're going to spin up.
Show me some
Hopefully this will work.
We're not going to be on screen.
No.
Put that bad boy over here.
Yeah, put it over here.
Are they doing it?
This is our new production team. We've never actually shown a trailer in stream before. This is new technology. Kick it.
One game said, we're never selling out to move more units. Until now.
God, it feels good to be out of that vat. Hey, watch it! Suck on this! Karate! Divekick wins!
In a world where dive kicks are overpowered, one game had the guts to take a stand. One game had the stones to say one button isn't enough, and 3 is too many. One game said, we're never selling out to move more units. Until now.
God, it feels good to be out of that vat. Hey, watch it! Suck on this! Karate!
We're pretty pro.
Divekick wins!
But I think everyone gets the gist. Johnny Gat is in Divekick Edition.
And you can play him this weekend.
You can play him this weekend at PAX East.
That's right.
So this week at
In
PAX
a
East, we're
world
bringing,
where dive kicks are
Divekick Edition
overpowered,
for Xbox One, PS4, and this will be the first
one
time
game
anyone
had
outside
the
the
guts
studio
to take a
will.
stand.
I would like to give a huge shout out to Volition and Deep Silver.
One game
Absolutely.
had the
Code
stones
Media.
to say
Like, they've
one
been
button isn't
amazing
enough,
in this, like, this whole thing started
talk
off.
about
let's
it.
talk
And
about it.
3
So how do you,
is
you
too
kinda
many.
made this happen?
Well, kinda.
Well, you
like,
facilitated. You,
Yeah.
One
I didn't
game
believe you
said,
when you
we're
told
never
me.
selling out to
Right.
move more
So I was
units.
playing the Saints Row 4.
Until now.
God, it
And
feels
I got
good
to
to
the
be out of
halfway
that
point
vat.
where you have to rescue Johnny Gat. Spoilers. If you haven't played Saints Row 4, just turn down your knobs or whatever.
Hey, watch
You
it!
play a side-scrolling beat-em-up minigame called
Suck on this!
It's all like,
Karate!
so they got like 2D
Divekick
sprite type of
wins.
things. It's 2D beat 'em up. You can dive kick. You fight it alongside Johnny Gat. And when you finish that part, you gain a move for the main game called Death from Above, where you do like a big dive punch and things explode.
In a
fantastic.
world where dive kicks are overpowered, one game had the guts to take a stand.
Did you flip it back over then?
One game had the stones to say one button isn't
I'm just gonna
enough,
assume this is good. And if you're
start
still
that over?
hearing the Johnny Gat trailer in the
and 3
background,
is too
just
many.
enjoy it.
One game said, we're never selling out to move more units. Until now.
God, it feels good to be out of that vat.
We're very good at this.
They're all freaking out.
Hey, watch it!
This is the best.
We should act out the trailer.
Is it fixed?
You're welcome, Internet.
Dave Lang to the rescue.
God, I have to do
Let's
everything.
start the story
I have to
over.
do everything at this GD company.
Okay.
Start the story. Hey, Adam. So I bet a lot of people would love to hear how Johnny Gat ended up in Divekick.
I would love to
Oh, you
tell
know
this
what,
story
first,
again.
Let me say this too, because in case we got bullied over last time. Thank you so much, Volition, Deep Silver, Code Media. Like, amazing that they let this happen, right?
Yes.
Like, what company would do this, would give us their valuable IP to put in Divekick? Insane people, and I love you.
Yes.
So now, how did it happen?
Yeah, so I was playing the Saints Row 4, and I got to the halfway point. Turn down your knobs if you haven't played it. Spoilers. You have to save Johnny Gat by playing a minigame called Saints of Rage, which is a Streets of Rage kind of 2D beat 'em up, during which you can dive kick. And when you finish that part, you get a new special move for the main game called Death from Above. And I went on Twitter, I was like, are you guys referencing our game? And they said, maybe. And then some other guy tweets, like a couple hours later, some random guy, he says, oh, the Saints Row 4 intro is the best thing I've seen this year aside from Divekick. And I replied to him on the Divekick Twitter, watch out, Saints Row 4 has some dive kicks in it too. And then the Saints Row Twitter replied,
The official Twitter.
the official Saints Row Twitter said, let's put Johnny Gat in Divekick.
And so when Adam told me all this, I thought we were getting catfished.
Yeah. Obviously, this was a setup, right?
Like, there's no way, like, because I love Saints Row.
Yeah.
Right? And I love Johnny Gat. And, like, for this just to fall from heaven without, like, having to do anything about it, Like, it never happens, right?
Right.
This stuff just does not happen.
Yeah.
And here we are, though.
Yeah.
And so they've been super great to work with. They've been super flexible in like,
Absolutely.
how we wanted to use Johnny Gat and what we wanted to do with them. And approvals have been like a breeze. They've been fantastic. So if you see someone at PAX East, or just in general, walk down the streets of Champaign from Volition or Deep Silver, give them a hug and say, that's from the Divekick team.
Yeah.
But unless they don't want it,
Then that's not okay.
then I guess ask first. Say, can I hug you from the Divekick team? If they say yes, or you know what, even if they don't answer, give them a hug.
Yeah.
If they say no, then do not hug them on our behalf. That's the Iron Galaxy promise.
It is.
No hugs when they're not wanted.
It's occurring to me that there are a lot of Iron Galaxy promises.
Well, that's because you can't remember them all.
By the way, I don't think you followed this promise.
I know who wants hugs. It's one of my special powers.
Sure.
So, all right. So now let's talk about. So now that we got that out the way.
Yep.
So there's our next character. It's
Come play him at
amazing.
PAX.
So we're committing to one more character for sure.
Yes.
And talk about how we're going to release this character.
So we want you guys to play online because the game is great and the netcode's fantastic, and we just, we want to be able to hop online and find a game. So we're going to toss you a little encouragement. We're going to be monitoring the number of ranked and unranked online games played. And when we reach a certain threshold, I'm not sure if we know the exact number we're looking for yet, but it's something like 50,000.
It's against across
All platforms, we're going to drop the new character right on you. Because we do have one more after Johnny Gat, at least.
Yeah,
and if you guys continue to play, maybe we'll...
Guaranteed we're doing one more.
Yeah.
We want to do a lot more. We've got a billion more ideas. Let me just
Yeah.
tweet out the link to this trailer.
About 40 more ideas.
I can wait till after the show. Yeah, and so, but the next one, I'm super hyped about the next one.
Next one's pretty awesome.
The next one's really, really cool. It should be super fun to play.
And also not a clone of anything.
Also
else.
not a clone. And also, if you thought guessing Johnny Gat, there's no way anyone ever would have guessed that. Double down on not guessing it for this next character, because you have no freaking clue, world. You have none.
None.
Cool. Well, I think that's it, right?
That is it. Make sure you guys come visit our booth at PAX East this weekend. That's booth 999.
If you visit us last year, we're in the exact same location we were last year.
Yeah.
We'll be there. We'll have tons of merch. We'll have plushes. We'll have shirts.
Deep
we'll have
discounts
posters.
on all of the shirts and plushies. We got posters. We got Johnny Gat playable for the first time. So definitely you have to come check it out if you're going to be at PAX East.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone.
And
Until next time.
thanks to Ramon for being totally free.
Yeah, thanks for being free.
That wasn't nice.
Free as
Thank
hell.
you, Ramon.
Not nice. No.
How's that?
Wow.
I'm not giving you a handshake. You get a high five. I
Got
guess.
popped. Drive Mike. I'm going to steal this joke from Twitch chat because I just saw it. It looks like the Gat is out of the bag.